you have amounts or companies that they
Yeah, it was
need
all
to know?
provided.
Yeah, it was in the.
That, you got that in your packet?
I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
It keeps turning on. See if they figured out how to get this to turn.
Put your thumb on it.
Lay it flat. Yeah, lay it flat, and it'll stay.
Yeah.
There you go, you can read it.
Okay.
Put your thumb on it.
There you go. Now it'll stay.
Okay, Bachman Tool and Die, their second half payment is $1,898.48. And Cyan Charlie's second half rebate payment is $3,074.40. And Vogel Crop Services second half payment is $4,610.37.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Also moved.
Motion by Brown, second. Second by
Go ahead,
Dellenbach.
Dustin.
Roll call, please.
Holland,
Yes.
Linneus,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dallenbach,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried. Number 5, motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the city clerk to prepare the semi-annual transfers within funds and to record the necessary journal entries reflecting such transfers. Is that in the
So
packet
moved.
also?
Yes.
Motion by Holland, second by
I'll second.
Brown. Roll call, please.
Linneus,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Dallenbach,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. Oh, now's the good one. Number 6, motion to adopt a resolution approving the unmarking and removal of the right turn lane on First Street West and 2nd Avenue Southwest. I think I had a note in my notes for that one too, asking us just to correct this, do better signage to what our current traffic flow is, and try that for a few months before we decide to try and change this just because of the congestion it's going to cause.
How much direction are we talking about changing?
We're talking coming from the west, going east, and right now you have a right turn, and then you get into the middle lane to go straight. And because there's not good marking there and there's nothing on the streets, a lot of people don't realize that's the way it's supposed to go. And so
I admit it's a poor design, you know, you go changing something, we'll have crashes there for 6 months.
Well, they are going to put up, I think, if they decide to change this, they're going to mark it correctly, or, you know, to the fact that it'll be just one lane. Then they're going to, their plan was to put up the orange cones, I believe, and kind of block off.
Barricades in some form.
So
or
it kind
for
of
the
focuses
next
it
month or
down, so there is
Yeah.
only one lane there instead of 2. My concern personally, because I use that all the time, and I've been caught in the middle of this, that if you have a truck gets caught first at the red light when it changes, then everybody behind it has to keep waiting before they can go, even though half of that traffic wants to make a right turn. But we only have the one lane, that's not going to be possible. They can still turn right when they get up to the corner, the intersection, but that will stop them from doing it in the meantime.
Change
So,
it to one lane?
one lane,
Yeah, just like it is going the opposite direction. It's one lane
right.
going.
Do we have a lot of complaints on
There's
this?
2
or-
lanes going the
Two
opposite
lanes
direction.
going the other way.
Well,
There's 2 lanes the opposite direction. You have a middle lane
no,
that
there's
turns
not
to the
2
left.
lanes.
You have a turn lane.
You have a turn lane, but
to
it's
the
not.
left,
It's,
and then one going
That's
straight. Yeah,
Second lane.
yeah. But it's a little different, but still,
Same way as we got at the Security Bank now, it's just one lane there.
right.
You
right.
don't have a turn. There's a-
Although people try to make the
People
turn
try
lane
to
out of
make
it.
it
but-
turn.
if nobody's parked in a
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
handicap
that-
place,
yeah.
you do make a turn, but it's
Yeah.
still one lane right there. That would be the same over there, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I've just gotten caught in traffic that, like I say, if a truck or something, tonight, just as my way back here from running home for the meeting, there was a big long semi that was in the intersection, and he was in the right lane, but he was so wide, he almost took both lanes, you know. So people did wait for him, understanding that they knew he was going to go straight. There's no way he's going to make that corner. But to me, we've got a lot more traffic, and I still think that if we properly signed that corner where you had a sign that says right lane, right turn only, or something to that degree, and then had a sign that showed the middle lane going straight and the right lane going right, and actually marking it better, that I think that a lot of people are used to it being that way. And so they're gonna have to get used to changing it. I just wanted to try it for maybe 3-4 months, see how that works. If it doesn't work out, then change it to the one lane.
Well,
Is
we
all I'm
paint-
asking.
the problem is, every year we paint it with the arrow in the lane, and the arrow the arrow sits on the sign, or the traffic light across,
Right.
across the intersection. And you also have the jet out and angle back across, for folks who are continuing east through there. But routinely, and I'm not talking about this, and I've got the police department and others, and citizenry, et cetera, and even Mr. Crawford, talking about the fact that this was not it was intended back in 1985 to accommodate 2 supermarkets that sat on that side of town, which has changed dramatically. Now people typically make a right turn for one of 2 reasons, maybe three now with River's Edge in there. 1 is to get to Bill's, 2 to get to the Redemption Center, and 3 to get to River's Edge. But the primary reason is people to miss what they think they're missing is the traffic delay downtown to get on 150 South. When there really isn't that much of an effort, you might save a second or 2 by avoiding the light downtown or the 2 lights downtown. But it's a safety thing. From talking to Chief Miller, the number of times, and to Darwin and to Captain Rinkema, they all talk about the number of incidents that have occurred on that particular intersection. Not necessarily ticketed situations, but certainly everyone has experienced, at least I
Close
know I
calls.
have, people not paying attention and going straight through on that right turn lane. I always look in the right mirror to make sure when I'm making that little jog out there, to be sure.
So do I.
And if you are a bicyclist, you are required to do the same thing as the automobile is and jog out to get in that center lane to make that diagonal back across again. It's safer, much safer, if you stay in that right-hand lane and continue across the traffic lane. But if you did that, you would end up getting hit by a car turning right now, but that's probably not gonna happen.
You say, how many actual accidents have we had? I know there's been a lot of close calls.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have record of a lot of accidents that I'm aware of, simply because people have been paying attention to the situation.
Right.
But the fact is that it is absolutely the most odd intersection, or certainly lane of traffic flow that we have in the town or anywhere else that I personally have experienced, even in San Antonio or Albuquerque, New Mexico, where roads were driven just lay down wherever, well, I won't say what I was about to say, but anyhow.
And
but
this
it's
has been, what year was this that it turned out that we
85.
started it that way? 85?
1985.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just an agreement between the city and the engineering firm at the time just to do it. There was no study done to make sure it was practical otherwise.
Was it supposed to be a short term or just,
I don't know.
I don't,
It
I
was due
understand.
to the traffic demand there.
thank you.
I have a copy of the design here that you can look at. And because of the volume of traffic for the grocery stores primarily, we didn't have a separate lane for right turn. And the council asked at that time if we could mark it that way. And that's what we did, and that's the way it's been since 1985. But the 3-lane was very similar to what Don said about up by the Security Bank. It was, if you were gonna make a right turn, you had to wait for the through traffic to get out of your way, and then you made the right turn.
So are we gonna leave the left middle lane going west? Would that stay?
The westbound lane would stay where it's at right now.
We'd have
The-
because that's
the
where I think
eastbound
the
lane-
backup's gonna happen, is people turning left going west. If you, and we're not just.
Oh, no, yeah, not to,
No,
no, if you're
they'll
going
be able
west,
to do
that left turn lane stays. That doesn't impede, you're not doing something odd at that point. You're doing
It's
a
only
normal,
the other side of the.
you're doing a normal